Here we go, guys. Crypto Charts Joe with another update on Theta and Theta Fuel, May 12th. As you can see, we're still under previous support line. This long-term uptrend line was previous support going back way to, December 1st of December 2020. And on the big slam down candle we had the other day on the 10th, we haven't been able to get back up and over it. But that's, I feel that's coming here. But anyway, the next day, we closed right on the 20. The 20 is this red line, 20-day simple moving average, one of the more important, if not the most important, moving average on any of your timelines for cryptos or stocks. But anyway, I'll regress a little bit. And then today's candle, at the start of this candle yesterday evening and through the evening, we were actually doing pretty well. We had come up and retested this uptrend line, previous support, now resistance, and then our go dash line here. And that's this one is for our Patreon members. They know what that means, and as you can see, it played out perfectly when we put it there back on the 10th. But anyway, we do have this low pivot support that we're testing right this second. If we lose it, obviously we'll come down to the next low pivot support, and then yet the next one, which we've already called for if this market continues to be weaker. And then let me add to the bearishness by saying we had the 50, which once you get under the 50, with stocks, cryptos, whatever, that's most times pretty bearish. Okay, it's anyway, it's in the legacy markets. A lot of institutions, hedge funds, that sort of deal. Once a stock starts trading under its 50-day moving average, that's kind of a red light, red flag to start scaling out of that position, as that's showing weakness in the market and possible high percentage, high odds of more continued downside in that asset. So there you go. And then the 100 is down in here, which now has actually moved up pretty close to this low pivot area there. And possibly if we do lose it and come down here, the 100 will be right in there. So the next target, if we have a flush, probably be the low 7s into the $8 area. And the market levels hold around even numbers. So I'm thinking 8 will be the go-to fishing order if you have it in there. We had put this on the chart the other day for you guys, and we could get a wick just like this one, actually down into that $7 area. If we get range bound in here around 8, it wouldn't take much for them to tag the 100 sitting here at 814, and then into our support box here, the sideways consolidation zone over here. Okay, but let me show you the future of Theta. Okay, I know I bummed you out, psyched you out. Everybody's going, oh my gosh, are we ever going to dig our way out of here? Yeah, we are. And it's honestly, it's all about Bitcoin dominance and Ethereum. And I'm not going to go into great detail because that's for our Patreon members. But let's look at Ethereum, and this is the future of Theta. Okay, and here we go. Let me clear all this off. And as you can see over here, this was the run 2017. Okay, if you go across, boom, we tested it a few times, pulled back, bounced up, and then what do? Come back and retest that resistance to see if it holds a support. It did hold a support, and boom, here we are now. Okay, this is extremely overbought, extended above the 20. As I said, 20 is most important moving average on any timeline. That's all I trade on, from the 2-minute to the monthly chart. Anyway, that's our go-to. Just letting you know. Anyway, very extended over there. We haven't touched it technically since this little wick here going back May of 2020. Okay, this is where our bull market actually started, about the middle of April or so, 2020. We had a low here and then a higher low there, and then we went. Okay, but I regress. Okay, so anyway, this is going to be theta, because guess what? A lot of this is going to be being pulled out and rolled over. This Ethereum profits are going to be rolled over into the next layer, the next tier of altcoins. Okay, and Theta and Theta Fuel, plus all the good news is going to be coming out, partnerships, etc. Mainnet 3. I mean, there's just a laundry list full of stuff on the way for Theta and Theta Fuel. And then guess what? People, at this range, if you have a few $1,000s to put into the market, or if you made, a few thousand in the market, it actually ought to be a lot more than a few thousand. There should be, maybe a few, not exaggerating, a few 100,000. A lot of people have made here. Well, guess what? You could roll that over into Theta, which right now, time people, this starts dumping and Theta starts running. Theta could probably be, $11, $12, $13 pretty quick. You could buy a lot more Theta and Theta Fuel than you can Ethereum for $4,000. I'm just saying. And then that's going to be, what Theta is going to look like the next run up. Okay, so what you've seen here, this is kind of compared to 2017 of Ethereum, and then you saw, here's our 2017, and then you saw this run. Okay, and really Ethereum is not, one and done. It's, we still have to the end of the year to get this thing going. But I mean, even more. But what I'm saying is, there's going to be a dip, a pullback, what am I thinking? Just reinvestment into, other altcoins that haven't had their time in the sun yet, so to speak. And then that's when we're going to get the runs. All right. Now let's go back to Theta Fuel on the daily, if this will work. And really not bad. Really looking, pretty good here compared to a lot of the other altcoins. And we're still in our box here, sideways consolidation zone. We're tagging, I'm uncomfortable with this. We're trading sideways here and hitting our long-term uptrend line. Well, not that long of an uptrend line, but, since, the end of January 2021, so not too bad. And it's our low pivot, which would be a target should we fall here. But we're still over the 20, very important. Still, we're probably just right under this long-term uptrend line. So we still have this consolidation, sideways consolidation box to stay in to possibly help us. And as you can see, there hadn't been a whole lot of, big sell-off candles push to the downside here. So, just as something gets sold off, another group comes in, holds the line, buys it up. So looking pretty conservative, pretty bullish right now. As you can see, we were all over the place here, under the 20, over the 20, in previous long-term consolidation zones as well. Okay, and this could go out another few weeks, to Mainnet 3, which is no problem. I could even come down here a little bit more. As long as we hold this low pivot, just to be honest with you, that would be my red flag panic zone. If 23, 24 cents, we lost that. Let me see where the 50 is right up here. Yeah, it's just, we're under it a little bit, but as long as we're staying over the 20, the 100 is right down there, kind of like with Theta. So we have the 100 self-moving average and the low pivot. Yeah, we use other moving averages, but You know, we keep it simple. You don't need to make this rocket science. What we do, you know, is very simple, but it's not easy. Okay, and how you make it easy is coming in, learning the fundamentals, not outthinking it, not trying to come up with your own, you know, trading strategies and stuff until you have mastered what works already. Okay, and we have a proven track record. We know what works. We know how to explain it in simple terms anybody can pick up. So anyway, it's always good to have a little bit of education on this stuff. But all right, guys, any questions, concerns, let us know in the comments. As always, we appreciate you taking your time watching these videos, and we will see you on the charts.